Welcome to this rolling video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use a practice lacrosse ball or a yoga tune-up ball to roll out your back, your chest, and your glutes. So if you've been sitting at a computer a lot or, kind of hunched over, carrying stress in your shoulders, or maybe you've just been on your phone, this is a great video to relax, release tension, and let it go. Let's get started. So you're going to take your squishy ball, make sure it's about the texture of the pad of your thumb. You don't want to roll with something harder than that because then you can cause actually more pain and tension. And we'll start with our shoulders. So place the ball behind your shoulder and press into a wall. Lean into the wall and then start to shimmy your torso from side to side. Slow, gentle movement here as you roll out the upper portion of your shoulders and your neck. So it's your trap. You don't want to place it right on the back of your neck. Just be really gentle at where you place the ball as you slowly rock back and forth. And the reason why we're doing this, why rolling is really effective, is because we have something called fascia. And fascia is a thin layer of tissue that encases all of our muscles. And so when we carry tension or we have stress, what happens is the fascia crumples up just like paper and it creates this kind of dry, painful, crunchy feeling. Almost like what you've probably experienced before in a massage when your masseuse is like, you have tons of knots in your back, right? So this is what's actually happening in your body. And so as you roll, what you're doing is you're hydrating your muscles, you're hydrating your fascia so that then they can slide happily together and there's a lot less pain and tension. Just take one more breath here and exhale, remove the ball and switch sides. Make sure your hair is not in the way, that's not so fun, and then place the ball behind your shoulder. You can roll back and front, up and down, and then any point you find there's a really tight spot, just pause, breathe into your belly, and then send your breath into your shoulder, wherever that tension is, and exhale, release. So you don't want to roll when it's really, really intense because you need to release any tension in your body before you can get to that deep layer. So continue with your breath first. And then once you start to relax a little bit more, then you can start to move again. Now the ball rotates, just lower it down, shimmy side to side. A couple more breaths here, and we'll move onto our shoulders. And release. All right, so let's get into our shoulders. This is another area of tension that we often carry. So wing your arm out by bending your elbow and then crossing your forearm across your back. From there, take the ball, place it right in between your shoulder blade and your upper back. Then lean on the wall. You can hold onto your hand, give yourself a little emotional support, or you can extend your arm out long and clasp your elbow. Just shimmy gently back and forth, threading the muscle. And you find any crunchy spots, again, pause here, pressing into the wall. Big inhale into the space. Exhale, let it go. And then you can move again, maybe going up and down, back and front. One more breath here. Maybe lean forwards with your torso and exhale, lean back. And come back up, switch sides. Remove the ball. Cross your opposite arm out, again placing it between your shoulder and your upper back. Lean against the wall, shimmy back and forth. I like to take a little squat, bending my knees to go up and down, or side to side. Couple more deep breaths here. You can do a little interpretive dance, moving side to side, up and down. And return to center. All right, whew, feeling much better. Let's get our chest. So it's always great to do the opposites of your muscles because if this is really loose in my back, this might be really tight and then I'm not really even. So to roll out your chest, place the ball right on kind of the space between your bra line and your shoulder. So placing it right here and then lean into the wall. You'll kind of shimmy back and forth along the wall, and your chests are often really tight. So I like to stand pretty close so I'm not digging in. But if you need more tension, you can walk your feet away from the wall. Just shimmy back and forth, couple breaths here. And then since we're here, I'll show you a great stretch. So pausing here with the ball, you don't want to roll out while you're stretching. So So you need your muscles loose to release tension. You can extend your arm out behind you. Maybe even remove the ball and just press your torso towards the wall. Exhale, release. Let's do the other side. Move your hair out of the way, if it is, and then place it in that same spot. Press into the wall. Shimmy side to side, up and down. Same thing with our backs. If you find a spot of really intense tension, just pause and breathe. Imagining that with every breath you're letting it go. Roll a little bit more. And then pause here, find stillness, extend your arm out long. Remove the ball, find your stretch. Exhale, release. Whew. All right, last one, glutes. So take the ball, place it on your glutes, and then shimmy up against the wall and wag your tail from side to side. Similar concept here. We can keep going. You can lower the ball down to get really into your pelvic bone. We often carry tension in the sides of our booties and our piriformis. So once you find that tight spot, it's a little bit of a triangle in our muscle, and you can just pause there and breathe because it can be pretty intense. If the small practice lacrosse ball or yoga tune-up ball is too intense for you, you can also try a bigger ball. They have a Yoga Plus or maybe a super size. So that's a great option, or a tennis ball, which is a little bit less dense and will be less intense. Alternatively, you can also use a roller to roll out your glutes, like I'll show you in another video. So again, shimmy side to side, take a couple more breaths here, and switch sides, evening out. Doing a little butt dance against the wall here. Maybe you start to floss. No. One more breath. Pressing your glutes back, leaning forwards, and leaning back. Shimmying here and pausing again in that tight spot. Breathing here. Last one. And release. Nice work. Go ahead and remove your ball, and hopefully feel a little bit more limber, feeling a little bit looser and less painful in your body. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.